Now we'll get started.
Okay, we're good.
Okay. So good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining. A little bit short notice for this week's for this edition's meeting, but all good. So we're going to go through our numbers. The main purpose of the meeting again is to go through all our numbers, financials, and all that good things. So I think just to kick us off, we'll turn it over to Mernman, who is already sharing his screen and share with us an update. Mernman, can you please take it away?
Yes, hello everybody, how's it going? So, we've been doing a lot of improvements and figuring out different ways with the DAO that we could engage more with all people and with the Philippines and with all the players. So a lot of stuff is going to be talked about here shortly, and with that, I'll go ahead and I'll start off with the TeamPH tokens. As you can see on the report, there's 29,126,245. We have issued out 34,363,723. The DAO currently owns 603,388, or what is that? I should have put commas in there, huh?
60 million.
60,338,861. And we haven't issued out any other tokens to the investors still. So none of the investors have been issued out any of their tokens, and that is equivalent to 24,119,000. Land plots. Currently, when I did this report, there's 19 of them mortgaged, 33 of them not mortgaged, which gives us a combined total of 52 land plots. And I'll let Level Up go ahead and take this portion of it from here.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. So, if some of you know that I manage the land initiative for TeamPH, that's my focus and my passion. And if you guys participate in the land channel in TeamPH Discord, you can see that we're very active there. So if you are interested in land specifically, join the Discord, jump in the channel, and we're always talking about land in there on a daily basis. So some of the stats for the land initiative is on an address called TeamPH Land. So if you ever wanted to look that up on Peak Monsters, you could see, for example, the plots that are in there and what's held by TeamPH Land. So the initiative, there's been a few changes, but since last season, Land is holding 122,800 DEC liquid, 3,177 SPS, which is in the unstaking process, 52 land plots, and 4 land claims. I would say a few highlights and something very interesting regarding last season, specifically with TeamPH Land, is as any of you know who participated in that initiative, the interest that is paid on those mortgages is rebate. There is a rebate, sort of a credit back, that you get that back as stake TeamPH tokens for all the interest paid. You get that back in the equivalent TeamPH tokens staked. Last season, there was 35,124 TeamPH tokens that were rebated back and staked on TeamPH Land mortgage participants. So I want to emphasize, and really, I want to indirectly, if you don't realize it, if you are participating in a land mortgage, you are indirectly supporting the entire organization. And so I want to personally thank everyone that actually has a mortgage Although it does seem like it's a benefit to the player to have a mortgage and have that ability to, make payments on land that you may not have otherwise been able to afford, you are indirectly supporting the entire TeamPH organization because your interest is going to directly support the TeamPH token. Those TeamPH tokens are purchased on tribal decks. So those are not newly minted or newly issued TeamPH tokens. Those are TeamPH tokens that this specific land initiative is having to purchase off of tribal decks every time someone makes a mortgage payment. So you can feel good about your mortgage payments in the sense that you're also supporting the entire community. All right. So that was a little over 35,000 TeamPH tokens that were purchased just by the TeamPH land initiative. So I think that's a pretty cool stat. I will be reporting those numbers every season so that you guys can get an idea of how much TeamPH tokens that land initiative is purchasing off the market. We did accumulate 1,315 SPS tokens in the form of the airdrop. So one cool thing is that all these lands that are mortgaged, I know that the SPS is not going. The player that has that mortgage is not directly getting the airdrops, but again, you could feel good about the fact that those SPS is going directly into helping to build TeamPH and help support the initiative. So the total amount of SPS airdrops from last season was 1,315 SPS in airdrops. Currently, that is the only income that's being generated from land. Hopefully, we'll have other forms as new updates come. So that's 1,315 SPS airdrops. Now, currently, one of the things that the TeamPH land is going to be doing is also supporting a specific liquidity pool. Okay, as of right now, it isn't directly doing it, but it is in the plans. So if you guys want a little bit of alpha, if you're listening to this, here's a little bit of alpha for you. At some point, there will be a percentage of the land's profit, the land from TeamPH land profit, which will be directly going into the rewards contract for the Bitcoin liquidity pool. So all Bitcoin TeamPH liquidity providers will be benefiting from a percentage of the profits from land going directly into the rewards contract. So I would highly recommend and really would appreciate it if you would support the Bitcoin TeamPH liquidity pool and you can participate in some of the profits that's generated from TeamPH land. So that's another great reason to hold TeamPH tokens. If you like Bitcoin, it's a great, I know that Demore is a big fan of Bitcoin. If you like Bitcoin and it's something you want, it's a great way to have TeamPH tokens and Bitcoin paired up in a liquidity pool. And if you like both those tokens, it's a great support. And it also is going to allow you to earn some of those profits that are going to be funneled into the rewards contract. One other stat, the last stat I have here is 6 land plots were fully paid last season and was sent directly to community members. So that's a pretty cool stat. It's great to see that 6 plots were paid off and sent directly to community members. So that's a great, and TeamPH was able to purchase those lands back. And so opening up the opportunity for new community members to be able to take advantage of mortgages and land mortgages. So that's all I got, guys, and I'll go ahead and turn it back to Merrick.
All right, let's go ahead and continue on. Liquidity pools. We no longer have SwapHot DEC liquidity pool. But so these are the numbers from the final of that. Right now, we have the SwapHot SPS. And the way I did that, I broke it down. I broke it down to, if you look at the quantity there, it shows how much hive we have and then how much SPS we have in those liquidity pools. So it breaks down all those numbers right there. 8,121.548 hive and 163,133.886 of SPS. We earned on that liquidity pool 5,048.6, and none was removed, which gives us a total value of $5,424 and 12 cents. And the swap hive DEC, I'll just give you the total value, which is $1,415.89, which gives us a grand total in the liquidity pool investment of $6,840. We have staked SPS uh, in TeamPH Maine, and that's what we've been putting in more and more. And hopefully we get more interstate for future initiatives that the DAO is working on for the community. So previously we had 19,427.968 of quantity of staked SPS. Currently we have 20,000 507. Sorry, that's incorrect. Let's go over to the all the way to the right-hand side on that. I have the wrong number on there. If you go to total staked, 20,507.65 was the previous. We now have 32,776.65 staked. So we're earning on that as well. We also have a little bit of SPS in the Hive keychain, which is 562.32. We also, the DAO has one node license, and we receive vouchers as well as SPS for airdrops on that node license. Previously, we had 72.041 of vouchers, and we now have 132.232 vouchers in there. And the monthly SPS, previously we had 368.80, and now we have 670.379 that we earned from the node license. Going on to next, swap hive on hand. This is what's in the keychain, and we really don't have that much. All we have is 3.0733 swap hive. And currently, the DAO has 1,841 cards. A lot of those cards are being rented. We have 4 decks that cards have been allocated to. Those are the silver decks. And I am going to be working on either tonight or first thing tomorrow, pulling all of those cards as well and putting them on the rental market as so we could earn more DEC with those cards too. We the decks aren't being rented out right now, so we're going to go ahead and rent those cards out. But the total value last time was $12,490. The value of the cards has gone down quite a bit. If everybody can see, it's $8,259.97 worth, which gives us a net loss on the cards as of right now of $4,230. Those cards are down so far. This is the last time you're going to see Nifty decks listed on here. We have terminated all everything with Nifty. All the way to the right, it says awaiting rent proposal. We already had the rent proposal. We've already done it, and that's why all the cars are being rented out now on Peak Monsters instead. So I'll be getting rid of that Nifty Dex line. Curation income, high power. We have 78.748 and LP of 24.56, which gives us a grand total of 103.308. And keep in mind that this report was done on the 1st, so a lot of these things have grown. The TeamPH decks, I believe I just discussed that with everybody. We really, as of this point on, are going to have one deck in the DAO, and that's a champion deck, and that champion deck, however, has not been completed yet. So we're going to work on getting that deck to be a completed champion deck. The rent to own decks, I'm gonna be going ahead. I'm gonna be removing that line as well, so you won't see that line anymore. And DEC in the Dow, because we're receiving DEC from the card rentals. Previously, we had 39,531, and currently we have 62,656, which gives us the increase of 23,125 DEC. So this is the reason why we're renting out the cards. We're making substantial DEC on the card rental. If anybody sees anything on this report that they would like changed or don't understand or would like to be added to it, just let me know and I'll work on that. Or if anybody has any questions, now's a chance to ask. Thanks.
I have one quick question.
No,
Did you say,
yeah, go ahead, bro.
yeah, did you say that the Hive DEC liquidity pool, did you say that's not active anymore or something like that? Or did I
I
misunderstand?
think it was. I think he meant SPS DC. That's also what I was gonna say.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, got it.
But
No,
can
no,
you confirm that for me?
the Swap Hive SPS is active. The Swap Hive DEC, we converted over to the Swap Hive SPS.
So there's no more swap pipe DEC pool.
Stew is pretty good, huh?
Yeah,
Right,
because I think
Mango?
that was where the confusion was. Because I think we were kind of thinking it when you mentioned about the liquidity pool, right? That we were removing DEC SPS, but yeah, maybe you could clarify that specifically if.
No, I think I thought that we didn't have that pool anymore, the DEC one, because wasn't that used to buy the land plots?
Yes, it was. And the remainder was nothing that was really worth anything. So we just moved everything into the Swap Hive SPS. Because
Gotcha.
there was nothing in
That
there
was
really.
that 2 point something million DEC was used to purchase land plots from Ecoin.
For the land plot initiative.
28. Well, the 28 land plots. Yeah, that's what it was put towards.
Right.
So where it says quantity earned SPS 597.6, that wasn't from this season.
No, that was from the last one. That's why I said that line's going to be removed.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that's where we were confused.
Wait,
Yeah.
so the total value in USD, that's
$5,424.11.
so that's okay. So that's not what there's no this.
The $1,400 was used for the land plots.
But that was done a month ago, or that was done how long ago? That was done a long time ago.
Right.
Right, can we clarify the liquidity pools? Wait.
Yeah, I'll log on to I'll have to log on to the other computer and I'll do that while you guys continue on.
TeamPH.
Sounds good. Mango, would you have any updates for us while Mermin also checks
Yes,
that out?
I do. On the TeamPH swap hard. Okay, yeah, sure. So my updates are as follows. So let me give a quick update on the curation account because it was slightly updated since that report was done. So the curation account value is actually $80, $80.85. We currently hold 242.5 HP, and we're delegated 23,600. Yep.
Mango, let me interject here.
Yeah.
This was done on the 1st, so it has changed from then.
Yeah, I know. That's what I stated before. Yeah, I
Right.
stated that.
So, right. So all the extra will reflect on the next report.
Yeah, yes, it will. It will.
Right. So
Okay.
you're adding on, you know what I mean? I don't want to confuse people. this is where we were at the end of season. So the next month it'll be, the next report will reflect those extra ones.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so delegated, we've got 23,682 HP, and our total upvote value is 0.39 cents. So we've had an additional delegation of 1,201 HP from Baby Omega. So he's basically joined us and delegated all of his HP with us. So our liquidity pool position. So as you know that we are holding a position in TeamPH SPS. So we now currently hold, and Pimp also, Pimp and TH Gaming. So we are holding $31.88 in our liquidity pools. So stakeholder payouts from last season all received 30.7 SPS. So the top 10 received 30.7. So our movers in the rich list is Jeddo. He's in our first position, and he has basically he's been buying SPS. He's been staking more TeamPH tokens. Demon 19 and Damor are also now in the top 10, so they'll be receiving rewards as of next season, depending if obviously other people don't start staking too. So rental decks, let's talk about rental decks. So we had 4 decks available for TeamPH community members. Unfortunately, we didn't really get a good response on that, so we have decided to eradicate. So from our meeting today, we have now taken down the rental decks. They are no longer available, and as Mermin stated before, they are now going to go onto the rental market to produce income for the organization. So before everyone says, "Oh, what are you doing with that revenue?" So this is very basic. So what we've discussed today in our meeting is that we're going to use a percentage of this DEC that we're accumulating to provide payroll for new and existing members, actively assisting into the growth of TeamPH. And our short-term goal is to finish off the champion deck. Okay, so the champion deck before had the different scholar split, but as there's no current scholar and I'm actually playing the TeamPH deck, the split is as follows. So 20% of the revenue of end of season will go towards the scholar. 32.5% will be paid out as stakeholder dividends. 32.5% will be sent to the curation account for liquidity pools, and 15% will be sent to TeamPH main as a return on investment. Okay, so that's all to do with the curation account and the diamond deck or champion deck. Okay, so something that's happening tomorrow, something exciting. We are actually receiving the SPS requirements. So there'll be, if anyone was here at the beginning, we were having an active discussion on that. So I'll be streaming tomorrow at 10 p.m. So if you'd like to come on board, we are doing something special for our community members in terms of SPS. We have some SPS, 32,000 at the moment, I believe, is staked, and we may be delegating off to people. So maybe you might want to join the stream if you're a little short on SPS. Okay, so that's the update from me. I'll now pass you on to Damor to do some guild activity and tournaments.
Hello guys, and thanks man for the update. So first off, we've got one member open slot left, and sure, there's a potential for 3 more spots if we upgrade to whole level 10, but right now we're level 9, and that means we've got 1 opening. I would like that opening to be filled with someone who is gold foil, gold league, or above ready. So not just anybody. If you guys know anybody out there who's looking for a guild, that's the role we're looking to fill. Okay, then on a more serious note, I have 3 proposals to table for the guild. The first one is as follows. I'll share it here in the voice chat. All right, so proposal number 1, fairly simple. If you get 51% or more win percentage in your brawl, you get to stay in the fray. If you get 50% or less, you are replaced by the next person in the pool. Any thoughts? Proposal number 1.
I think we can leave any questions for Muchi will collate any questions that we might have, and then we can go through it. So just go through your proposals for me, no problem.
Okay, proposal number 2. Next up. Now, of course, we would need buy-in from the DAO on this one, but here's my suggestion. So rewards from the DAO for the number 1 brawler per brawl. So that would be the brawler that gets placed number 1 in this particular brawl. So the best performing brawler of this, set. 150 TeamPH tokens. And then as a secondary challenge, if anybody else gets 100% win rate, in other words, if you win all of it, regardless of which league you're in, right? So if you're in Bronze League, you got 9 frays. You need to win 9 frays. If you're in Gold Foil Gold League, then you need to win 3 or 4, right? But you need to win all of them. If you win all of your frays, you get 50 TeamPH tokens. That's proposal number 2 in a nutshell. Of course, we need buy-in from the DAO directly for that. The rewards can be tiered, certainly. These numbers can be adjusted. They don't have to be. They are not set in stone, certainly. But yeah, I do want these to be hard to achieve, right? So it's not just a participation trophy. These are actual achievements, real 100% is very difficult. Yes, and it needs to be difficult, right? We're not handing out participation trophies here. It's deliberately difficult, but I suppose 100% might be a little bit too high. 75%, okay, that's I suppose a little bit more achievable, and still a very good challenge.
And I think what Damur is saying is if you go X and 0 for your particular phrase. So if you go 9050, something like that, just for the particular fray, not necessarily for your overall win rate, right, Damar?
Yeah, it's got nothing to do with overall win rate. It's just this particular fray and this, right? So for this match or for this set, you've achieved 100% because you went 9-0. 9 wins, 0 losses. That gets you 100% win for this time round. Your overall percentage will still look different, right? That'll include all of your previous battles. Okay, above 80%. All right, fine. We can adjust that, right? We can adjust that. So change 100% to 80%. Happy to make that adjustment. All right, so 50 TeamPH tokens for an 80% win rate, or above. 80% or above win rate.
And you have a potential to earn both, right? So if you're top brawler as well as,
Yeah, sure. I mean, you can earn both, right? If you hit both of those marks. And then my last and final proposal, and this one is a little bit more complicated. And no, that's 2. Sorry, that's the wrong one. Let's try again. Proposal number 3. So proposal number 3 is right now, as the guild stands, we have 0 contribution from any of the members. Required contribution, right? Level Up Life, well, between Level Up Life and Mango and Merman and all of these key guys, they've been kind enough to level up our buildings, provide the DC, provide the guild power, everything that we need in order to sustain us as a guild. Now I want to start an initiative where we are giving a little bit back to the guild, but also at the same time, the guild is giving back to us. And this is kind of what I thought of how to apply that. So guild contributions in the form of every brawl participant. So it's only the people that are participating in the brawl. Will give 10% of their brawl SPS earnings as a donation to the guild account. The in-game name, there isn't really an account yet, TeamPH account or whatever, we can create it. Or we could use one of the other accounts that is already guild affiliated. I don't know. I'm not really set on any specific guild account. So just as an example, if we earn 30 SPS for the brawl, you as a player, 3 of that SPS will go to the guild account, will be sent to the guild account. Right after the brawl concludes. So that'll equate to 18 people. We currently have 18 people playing. Times the 3, that's 56 SPS, which equates to 1,179 DC per brawl. Okay, so that's not too much. 1,000, just under 1,200 DC. So you can't really rent much with that. But how I want to split that up is into 6 allocated frays. So fray 6, 11, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Guys, please feel free to ask questions. I realize this is quite a complex proposal. So if at this stage you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I can carry on if there's no questions at this stage. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. So the key part about this proposal is that it's voluntary, right? It's not, you don't have to do this. You don't have to choose this option. You can carry on as you are if you are capable in your fray. But if you need assistance and you want to take this assistance option, you can opt in. And then these funds will be used to partially fund some of the rentals needed for that fray, right? These 6 frays in particular. So 6, 11, 15, 16, 17, and 18. The most expensive frays to rent for, let me rather put it that way, considering if you have nothing of those cards available, right? So the second portion here, the other part, the missing part here, will then come from the player in the form of TeamPH tokens. So 132 tokens will be 2,800 DEC. For this amount, I was thinking a gold foil, gold league deck at 1,500 DEC per day. 2 days would equate to 3,000 DEC. The guild contributes 200 DEC, and the player contributes 2,800 DEC. And yeah, you know, it's kind of like a win-win situation. It's like players getting a slightly cheaper deal or getting a little bit of a discount on what he needs to rent for that deck. Hopefully he doesn't need to rent anything, right? The ideal player, for example, will have all of the cards to perform very well in the fray, but not all of us do, right? I know I, for one, need to rent some cards in order to perform better in the silver gold foil fray, right? So I would definitely like to participate in this option, right, where I get a little bit of discount or a little bit of a kickback, and I spend a little bit more to get the cards I need. Anyway, that's the long and the short. This may expand into something bigger if we can maybe get like a slush fund, a bigger slush fund going. this is voluntary in nature. For example, if you have all of the cards owned to do the fray, great, you carry on as per normal, nothing changes for you. If you don't, however, then you may want to, participate in this option. And yeah, that's my 3 proposals for the guild. I would love some feedback.
Yeah, I could jump in here real quick. So I guess a few things. I'll start with, I guess, your proposal number one. My position is, and I'm just speaking for myself here, like not like from TeamPH perspective, but just from my personal perspective, right? Let's say as Level Up Life. I'm really excited to have you, part of TeamPH. I'm really excited that you're taking over the Brawls initiative and taking it seriously. Um, and I think for proposal number one specifically, I think you personally have my support in in making the changes you think is necessary to get Brawls to a higher level, right? And so for one, me specifically, I just trust that if that's a change that you think needs to be implemented, I trust the fact that that you've thought that out and that that's a good change. So for things like number one, proposals like that, I think I'm just going to really default to supporting you in making the necessary changes needed. So for number one specifically, I mean, I think writing it out helps people understand what it is, but for me specifically, I just trust that you're going to make the changes necessary. Proposal two, um, I like it. I like proposal two the best. I think it's simple. I think it's easy to understand. I do agree with Mango a little bit in the sense that I would love to see you maybe type it out and so people really understand like what achievements. I think having 100% some kind of a reward for 100% is great, but I would also love to see maybe even things like you said. I think it's great that we don't give participation bonuses out, but maybe something where you think the challenge begins and it's not just participation, but it's actually someone that's actually giving effort and that they can actually achieve it, and rewards for that, right? I would love to see that, and I think I would definitely be willing to push that through, let's say as a DAO that has the funds to be able to support something like that. And so I would run with number two 100%, which is let's throw that out there. Hey, if you can hit certain things aside from just participating in brawls, if you can actually hit some challenging achievements, let's compensate you for that, and let's make it to where like the feedback from the players are the fact that they're actually excited about potentially hitting certain levels to receive the TeamPH bonus. So I definitely support number two. I would say run with that one. Give us more details, more achievements, and I would definitely push that through from my perspective. I would say the DAO should be supporting number two initiative 100%. Number three, I may talk to you in private about that because I don't totally understand it, but I think I get the concept of where you're going with it. So I would love to support you as Level Up Life. I would love to support your initiative, and I would love to see how I can support that. I know indirectly I support it by you know, by by contributing, guild points and things like that to upgrade buildings. But I would love to directly support your initiative, whether that's, some sort of rewards or contributing to a slush fund, things like this. If you could make that very clear and pitch it to me in such a way, I would love to support it. I just need to understand it because I don't understand it enough to support it. But as soon as I understand it, I think I will support it because I like the general idea of a slush fund. I think one of the ideas in there is to support people that really want to participate in brawls, but maybe they need some rentals or things like this. So I will definitely support you on number three from a personal perspective as Level Up Life. Just make it so that it's easy to understand and digest, and then I've got your back on that. So I love all three of your proposals, bro, and I'm excited to have you on board.
Thank you for that, Level Up Life. I appreciate it.
Yeah, the more we can just probably work out some examples, right? Working examples on what we had in mind. And then, yeah, we'll just have a specific talk with Level Up and Mango, for example. And that should probably make it a lot clearer.
Okay, so just to butt in and give you my feedback on these proposals. So I like them all. And I think it's great, as Level Up said, that you are taking this initiative. You're really actively participating in it. So just number one, I think 100% very high. I think there should be a super award for getting 100%. And I think if you kind of like balance out the percentages, based on your data collected from the previous, let's say 5 rules or 6 rules, and find out a reasonable percentage of something that we could use to put us in a ranking position a lot higher than what we are. I think that's very important. Number 2, I understand it completely. I think 150 TeamPH tokens is not really enough. I think we can expand on that. If you just 150 tokens, you might be able to get a bit more, especially full well knowing that there's going to be a certain fund that's going to be contributed towards new initiatives and things like that. So could be something to consider. For your third one, I understood it. I like it. I think it's very good. I think it should be obligatory. So I think it should be an obligation for people to pay in a sense, because that's what we are doing. And I think that, gold phrase in particular, people try to shy away from them because of the cost of rent. So in opposed to that, I'm already going to donate you 5,000 DEC to start you, to already start your slush fund. So that's going to be for you. And I'm pretty much sure that my fellow board members are going to do the same. So yeah, great feedback from there. Damo, good job. Mucci, good job.
Thank you. Thank you. And
I'll match whatever Mango puts into.
that's a great start.
Told you, man. I told you. That's already 10K, man. And level up, I'm sure he's going to go 5K too. That's 15K.
No, I would even be willing to support it long term. So not just a one-off, but something that we can do long term that continues the makes it sustainable or whatever long term.
But if you once you fully understand the proposal, it's going to make itself sustainable.
Oh, I don't understand it. You know what? I would love to get with you, Demore, on in a private call and just have you just explain it to me directly. And yeah.
Yeah, after the meeting, let's have a call.
Yeah.
Right, perfect. But yeah, that's cool. So Mucci, we're going to pass it on to you. I think.
Okay, let's pass it on back to me.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Okay, so if everybody looks at my screen on there, I was misspoken. I apologize. My report is correct and it stands as it is. So I did a screenshot of our liquidity pools, and we still have Swap Hive SPS as well as Swap Hive DEC. So what it is on my report is correct.
Okay. Gotcha. So I think just maybe what I think we probably had SPS DEC in the pools that we removed probably, and we kept both of these, the Swap Hive DEC and SPS ones instead, right?
That could be, I don't remember, but my report's correct as it stands.
Gotcha.
Yeah, cool. Thanks for the clarification. Appreciate it.
Okay. Did we have any other questions, guys? We did have one question earlier from a community member, but it was already addressed now during the meeting about the rental decks. So I'll just reply to that in the chat there for that particular person. But that was, I think, pretty much the questions that we've had for the from the community for the week or so. So yeah, if we have any other questions, we can go through them now before we kind of wrap up.
I guess one thing I'll throw out here, Demore. So you're kind of running the initiative for the brawls, but I guess are you also really specifically going to focus on tournaments as well? Is that ongoing, or did we just do a one-off tournament or something like that? Is that are we going to continuously do tournaments, and is that Demore's initiative?
Damore is running the tournament, and
Okay.
it's going to be a consistent thing.
Okay.
Mango, do you also want to?
Yeah, Damore, you didn't give the update on the tournament. The next one.
Hey, I don't know if everybody is aware of this, but I want to give a shout out To you, the Jetto, we appreciate, he just donated 173,734 to the
Guild
Guild
coin.
store and 56,266 Guild power to the barracks. So he's really supporting the Guild as well. So thank you, Jetto.
He's
Thanks,
also our
Neda.
top stakeholder. He's also our top stakeholder of TeamPH tokens.
Because he's off probation now, unlike Mango, who's on probation.
Yeah, I'm on probation, guys. I'm on probation.
I know. I just wanted it to be public what he's doing with all this stuff too.
Yeah,
So
he's a top boy, man. He's a top boy, man. Because at the
yeah,
end of the day, you know, he's been putting in. He keeps on putting in stake TeamPH tokens. So, you know, it's not like he's just sitting on the top, you know, pretty. No, he keeps on putting in. So, but
yep. I just wanted to give him a shout out and give him my personal appreciation.
he just put the Filipino flag in the comments. So all he's saying is, "Ow, ow." That's what he's saying, man. A boy.
So I'll put it this way: Sana all.
Sana all.
Yeah, the
There
more
it
you
is.
still...
Oh, oh.
I'm still here. I'm still here.
Yes, Jetto. Come on, son.
Yeah,
Uh,
Mango was asking for a tournament update.
Oh, right. Okay. So
Yeah,
tournament update as follows. I will be issuing the last of the prizes tonight, and I'll send out I'll put a post up or something to show the prizes going out.
And then
Um,
we I think Mango was mentioning we were planning, was it 2 tournaments a month?
Not yet. Not yet. No, that
Not
was
yet,
Friday.
but yeah,
It was
I
Friday,
think
guys.
I think certainly that's going to be the plan going forward, right? We want to increase the amount of tournaments we're having, and also perhaps doing different types of tournaments, right? So I've got a little bit of something up. I'm not quite ready to announce and speak about it publicly yet, but watch the space. And yeah, next official tournament will be the last Sunday, which will be the 30th of July. And then the live show on the 31st, which is the Monday, as per usual. Hope to see you guys there. And yeah, thanks for coming to the meeting tonight. Thanks for participating. That's it from my side.
Yeah, Demore, if also like, I know that you guys are doing something like a slush fund or a giveaway. I think you have a specific giveaway account. Whenever you're ready, like to maybe even drop some tournament-based proposals, I'm still not like I'm still not 100% clear on how to support your initiatives, and so I'm looking forward to, if you could type something out or like the proposals you pushed out today, if you can just get clear on like how an individual like me or Merrick or or Jetto or somebody can specifically support those initiatives. I know that TeamPH as an organization is getting really organized and ready to support initiatives. So I know you're going to get support from TeamPH as an organization, but also as individual community members. How can I support your initiatives? Is something that I'm open to and willing to listen to those specific things. So even on one of these meetings or a future meeting, if you would love to pitch the ways that we can support you, like I think there's an address where you can contribute stuff. I know that Mango had an idea too, where potentially people that donated to the giveaway account could then be compensated in TeamPH tokens. I love those ideas, and I'd love to hear them, and support them and vote for them as a bigger organization, and also support them as Level Up Life. So I'm just throwing that out there.
Thank you. That's great news. I'll definitely think about those proposals.
Hey, Level Up, why don't you also discuss the token, the value, where it started and where we're at now?
You mean like the price?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think I don't know specifically, but I mean I think one of the big takeaways here at the alpha is the next tranche of TeamPH tokens that are going to be issued is at a $2 price point. Okay, and so since the market value is under $2, there has been no new TeamPH issued. right? So all these initiatives and all the stake TeamPH tokens and all these different things that happen are putting pressure on the existing supply that's currently circulating, and no new tokens are being issued. Okay, so this is why, we're directly going to see, we're not correlated with the crypto market. We're too small. Therefore, these initiatives are going to directly have an impact on the price of the token. So I know that price is not really our main focus, and we have other focuses. But I've just to throw this out here, price is going to be directly affected by these initiatives. And getting stake TeamPH tokens in people's hands, sucks out circulating supply and locks it into, potentially Filipino community members' accounts. So this is a big push right now. And so, if you actually dig into the math, there isn't much tokens out there. It doesn't take much to move the price of this token, and I think that's something we can be excited about. Is that every time there's an initiative and every time someone comes in and supports it and every time we support the community, I ran over the numbers of land, for example, and how much, TeamPH tokens is being sucked up by people supporting land, and all that's having an effect on the price. And once we pop over $2, the TeamPH will then be raising new funds again, which we can allocate to assets at current market prices, and we could generate assets and then support even more people. So I think it's yes, that's $2 per thousand, right? So currently, we're in the tranche 2, which is $2 per thousand. So just to give you an idea here, when the market value of TeamPH token is under $2 per thousand, the TeamPH does not issue new token supply because it has to suck up supply. It's better off going to the market. So let me give you an example, okay? When TeamPH Land, for example, offers a rebate, okay, back to a mortgage holder, all right, it's either going to buy those TeamPH tokens at $2 per thousand from the main TeamPH, or it's going to go to TribalDex and purchase those off the market, whatever is cheaper. Okay, so currently the market value is around $1.40, which means currently TeamPH Land goes to TribalDex and purchase those tokens off of the market to then stake on mortgage payers' accounts. If the price was over $2, then TeamPH Land would be purchasing those TeamPH tokens from new supply at $2 per thousand. That's directly funneling new capital into the main, which is allowing us to purchase assets or delegate that to where it's needed, right? So that's the current scenario. If more were released from the DAO, whichever is lowest, right? Whichever is lowest, exactly. So I think that's what you were referring to, right, Merrick? That if that helps people understand.
Yeah, I just wanted them to realize that. So we started off at $1 for every 1,000. I wanted, so what the value is now, and I think you did a good job in explaining that.
All right, sounds good. Do we have any other questions, everyone, or anything you want to share?
Jetta, anything from your side? First time attending one of our meetings.
He's,
I'm good. I'm good over here, buddy.
are you at work? Or no, you're finished.
No,
Are you?
I'm at home. It's 7 in the morning.
Early.
Yeah,
Early.
very early.
All right. So I think we can wrap up. So